is glitching, but we're back.
Sweet.
Heyo.
Hello, thank you for
Yay.
tuning in. Sorry
Yay.
that happened, but we are good. We hopefully are good to go for this moment. All right.
Is it working? Hold on. Is it just that there's a delay?
There's always a
Okay,
few
it's
seconds.
not
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just me. It's
Yep.
just my thing.
We're
Fine.
good. Yeah, sorry about that, but now we're back for real this time. So, as you guys, the area and room is cleared. The secretary begins mopping up the urine on the floor as she looks at you with. She actually doesn't.
Power move.
She looks at you. She looks at a bucket and gestures with her finger, and all of it, the pee, enters into the bucket. And she picks up the bucket and dumps it. Left inside the back of the room is again there is Hank, Tinderfoot, who is a halfling. There is Tammin Blazeweaver, who is kind of looking at you, Dimitri, as you notice that Westry had to leave. She was very distraught, and there is also both Mirnig and also Father Hastings, kind of like waiting for all of you to talk, but they're letting you take your time as you may have things to discuss.
Well, I'll actually go over to Tammin and just kind of like very, very sheepishly, kind of like not looking him in the eyes, just kind of go over and I'm Tammin, I'm very sorry.
Oh,
I did not know that you would come.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. Listen, when I was young, I remember I was a bit rambunctious. I don't really remember those days. Oh, something I forgot to mention: everyone returns your weapons and armor because you're free to. You're essentially free to go until you're not. It was. I know. I think I was a young adventurer, so I understand. He seems like he was about to say your mother, but he goes, Westry was a little hurt. But she'll recover. She unfortunately saw the whole incident. So I don't know how she's. So, some of the families kind of like gestures to the others. We've been talking. We might have a way to help you pay off your debts.
What? How? What do you mean?
Well, we're not running a charity, but I know that myself and my wife, we're looking for pelts and exotic pelts so that we can make new hats and shoes and different cloaks before winter, as spring into summer. We want to get ready, so we'd be willing to pay a bit of money per pelt, and the more exotic, the more money and more intact, obviously. So if you wanted to, you and your friends go hunting, depending on how many pelts you could bring us back, we could probably work out a decent.
Mag is like sidled up behind me.
Yeah,
like,
he's not being quiet about it.
I'm very good at hunting.
Well, thank you. I mean, yeah, we will do what we can.
I know that besides those people here, there are a few other townsfolk who I think have some errands that could definitely use a hand if you are looking to be a little bit adventurous and finish up and pay off your debts in the legitimate.
No, of course. I want to make sure that everybody, my friends, get their debts paid. Yes, absolutely.
Kind of nod. He goes, it's all right, son. You'll be okay. Everything will work itself.
Please tell Westry that I am very sorry and not to worry about me too much. I'll be okay.
I think she'll give her a night to rest. She was worried all night last night. She didn't know what happened, and so now that this has occurred, I think there is hope. We'll be okay.
All right, and I kind of like very like hesitantly put my hand on his shoulder and then just kind of like pat it, and it seems very awkward. Like I'm not used to showing affection like this, and
he has like his liver spotted hand. It's a bit papery skin, but cold, and he touches it. Goes, it's all right, boy. Everything will be fine. Don't worry yourself. And worst comes to worst, we have a little bit of money stashed way if you need help.
No, that's I. We will do these things. We will get the pelts.
Well, I will say
We'll
that
try and find these diamonds. I guess.
if things come a little short, know that you have family who want to make sure things work out. But obviously, do honest work. Honest work is important. But
Always, yes.
just in case, I would hate to have any of you kind of looks around. Any of the young ones suffer for these incidents. It's not your fault, and I understand where it came from. You know, you were attacked, but the laws have to be strict because no one breaks them. Don't let them be strict, then everyone will start.
I just couldn't let them hurt her. She was almost going to die. I had to do something.
Kind of nods to you. I understand if if a ruffian was coming to harm my lovely wife, well, he kind of like holds up his cane in like a swordsman pose. I would give them more. And it taps it back.
I kind of chuckle and I go, I know you would. I know you would.
Make me an insight check.
I love this old guy. He's amazing.
Me too. He's the best.
He can join the party. I got no problems.
Right? Just have him come with us. Come adventure with us.
Oh, my hip!
We'll walk slow. Come on.
Oh, it's a 21.
He holds that cane like a seasoned swordsman.
I bet you would do some damage too, Tammin. I really, really do.
And then before he kind of like before it looks too showy, he like puts it back down, leaning on it. But he definitely has like the right wrist movement, hand placement. That if this were a sword, it would be dangerous. And heck, even this cane might be hands. Maybe not to full effect. He doesn't have his youth, but he at least looks like he was trained.
Well, thank you, Tammin. I'm going to go talk with my friends and see if we can figure out what to do.
Okay, well we'll be at the shop. So if you need anything, again, we're looking for pelts intact. And we'll be paying. Just so that you have some ideas of what we will pay. We are looking at, let's see. I think we are offering 2 silver per regular pelt, and 1 gold piece for exotic pelts.
All right, so the more exotic, the better. Okay, excellent. Thank
We
you.
don't find a lot of strange things here. These creatures, things that are not true native, might be worth looking in.
All right. Well, again, thank you, Tammin, and please give a big hug to Westry.
Of course, every night. Clacks out with his cane. All right, who do you guys want to visit next, or do you want to talk amongst yourselves?
Is Fang still hanging around, or is he gone?
Fang is in the corner in the back, staring down at you.
All right, I'm gonna like kind of shift over to him.
He looks down at you. Towers over you, both in height, but also just like width. And you could definitely see the hackles on the back of his neck kind of raise.
Hey, Fang.
Hey, bite, and his eye. He makes hard eye contact with you until you avert your.
What you don't usually come into town. What are you doing here?
I was told that one of ours was being taken. Had to make sure you were getting a fair
Oh,
Fair shakes
well
here.
thanks. I know you don't like coming out this way, but I had it under control. I was totally fine.
Don't like this at all. But you are the one who likes to wander amongst the colors. Look what it gets you.
Yeah, I don't really get it either, but like my friends are here, so I just kind of deal with them.
Town might be growing a little small, but I feel a storm on the wind. Careful.
She just kind of starts sniffing the air.
There's more going on here. Oh, and I'm not talking about. trumped up charges. Weird city folk doing law things. And look around again. You see the hairs raised.
Kind of like following his lead and also sniffing around and looking around. You think we're in trouble, Fang?
Well, festivals comes with the rituals getting harder every year to do.
Mhm.
But I got a bad. Maybe they do need. Keep an eye on them. Maybe there's something not right. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with keeping an eye on everyone here. That way, you guys don't have to leave the forest. I know that you don't like to do that, so I'll just be here. But I can keep an eye on things. You can trust me, Fang. I've got this one covered.
Turns around, walking out.
Okay, Fang. Well, it was really good seeing you. I hope we can talk like this again soon sometime. All right, bye. Get home
Oh.
safe.
With
Oh.
a
Like-
quick twist of that neck and like that one predatory eye. I think you're gonna remember them goblins hunting packs, and he runs like as he begins moving out the door. You see him starting to change,
Galloping out of there.
and then he's a fucking wolf running through the town, and people are like, ah, bah! But you also know that no one,
Disturbing the peace.
but no one will charge him with disturbing the peace.
No.
We do
I
not
just
dare.
kind of slumped back over to the group, going, yeah, that was Fang. It was pretty cool.
Are you okay, Bite?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine. They put me in charge of the town for our group, so like I'm pretty great at this, and everything's fine.
Okay. All right.
I will mention during that entire scene, Reggie was completely cowed and submissive.
That makes sense.
She just
I
just kind of
definitely-
goes over to Reggie and also looks kind of defeated.
He does that like wet nose dog into your lap thing to be like, I understand.
We're
Sad
just gonna go
dog sigh. Like.
Hey guys, listen. I want to talk to my dad real quick, but I think listen. There's that spooky house, and I don't love the idea of going there. But I bet those ruins. I mean, I've heard some crazy stories about that place, and if there's any place that you're gonna find some diamonds or weird rocks or stuff, that's the place.
That's what Peck just told me. He doesn't come up with too many good ideas, but I can get behind that idea. I think that's probably really good for us.
Guys, I get a bad feeling about that place. I don't know. That place is really weird.
Hold on, I
Yeah,
wasn't paying
Mickey-
attention.
It's
Mickey
not-
doesn't like that place either.
It's not somewhere that I've ever explored in all my 5 years here, and you know how much I love to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I get it, and I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, but I kind of think we might need to step out of our comfort zone here. We're facing exile or worse, and beyond that, all the stupidity that just happened, and Dizzy just kind of like waves. Beyond all that, there's a kid who needs our help.
Well,
5
then-
days.
then
5
we should
days.
do it. If you think that's where we should go,
At this
I'm-
at this point, both the Mernigs and Hank kind of approach your group. Oh, hey guys, hey, and then Hank's like,
all right.
no, it's all right. It's all right. So we're just noticing. Well, I know that there's a lot of money and things in charge, and you know that I believe in a hard day's work.
Yes, Dad.
There's a lot of jobs, odd jobs that can be done around town to raise money. I know personally, we got a whole bunch of iron back at the forge that needs to go all the way over to the Mernig clan's farm, but it's a bit of a travel, and our cart broke down last week. So we would consider, we're considering that maybe you could transport about 500 pounds worth of iron bars for us, and we would pay you 10 gold as a group. It would take a little bit. I don't know how fast you are, and we don't really have a cart.
Well,
we
the
do
Murnigs
have a cart
a
and-
cheese wagon. Oh, sorry, Mr. Murnig.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say, I brought the cart back to the Murnig farm, but you guys can always pick it up. I have some projects I really need to get done, but it's just been taking a while to get this over. They've already transported over 500 pounds of iron, but it's taking a while, and the rest getting over here quicker would be pretty nice.
I can
Jack's
move
pretty
it.
strong. Yeah, he can move it. He's the guy.
I mean, I'm kind of strong now, I guess, sort of.
Hey, Dad.
Mhm.
I'm really mad.
I know, son. I'm also mad.
Okay. Is it
Uh,
okay if I'm mad for a while?
Okay, but we do have to get ready for the festival. So, we gotta put on our happy faces, and then maybe after this festival blows over, we could do some experiments.
Yes. I love
Experiments.
experiments. Experiments are
No.
great.
How many distance?
I'm gonna-
A quarter of a mile. The Nartleby farm isn't
gonna-
that far. I bet I could measure. Never mind. Anyway, what?
I'm gonna pull that card and earn us some money, and I'm hoping that somewhere along the trip I find my happy face.
Okay. Well, yeah, that'd be. I mean, I can only hope. And Ellie, sorry, not Ellie. What's your mommy's name? Oh yeah, Ellie Jo Bell. Yeah, Ellie Jo Bell. Stumbleduck. He pipes in and goes, "Don't worry, we got you, and we'll take care of the farm while you're gone." And they have the same voice. I can't do different high pitched voices. Deal with it.
I lean over. Kellen, do you ever have a problem differentiating your mom from your dad?
You ever confuse them for a mouse?
And we'll take care of things. Don't worry about the farm and setting up the festival. We've got most of it done. So, you guys take care of yourselves. Make sure everything is safe. Don't get into too much trouble.
If anybody's looking over at Peck right now, his fists are just bald and turning white. Okay, Ma.
Oh.
Hank kind of pipes in and goes, like I said, hard work, money, do it right. That's my opinion of things. We at least got that job. There are other people in town that I know could use a hand. I know that a few of you might have some people you generally help out. So maybe exploring, taking the day to kind of find out what people could be looking for odd jobs.
We'll get a job list, and then we'll figure out the best ones to do, and figure out also how we're gonna find diamonds. Because I'm not sure about that.
I might be able to help with that. I mean, I have a lot of books and papers and research, and maybe I can figure out where we can find it, and then I can look at what we know about the ruins and see if that has any potential for diamonds.
I mean, Kellen, you're a genius. So if anyone can do it, it's you.
And kind of at that point,
Yes, you're right.
Murnigs and Hank, they'll give you hugs. Who would want them? Would be appropriate too. Give you all a good day and be like, we're gonna head home, but definitely come find us. And we'll be there. And of course, you are all welcome for dinner at the Tenderfoots.
Yes.
And they
Will
kind
there be salad?
And I'd yell over, Peck will yell over, Hank, can I bring the cart by today?
you can do whatever you want, lad. Keg's home, and she knows. We talked. We were all kind of putting our heads together as a town to kind of help out, but also not make it a charity. So
Thank you.
there are people who definitely could use some jobs, and they all kind of leave. And Father Hastings is the last that approaches you. So, the miracle I performed on the young man, it will hold. Bring him back. But I don't know what I can do about your former clan. But if you can get me a 300 gold diamond, or diamonds worth 300 gold, you all one giant diamond, there is a good chance I can raise him, bring him from death, so that Dimitri, your crime can just salt.
But Father, I mean, I don't know if you've done this before, but where would we even find diamonds in Nairmore? I've never seen one.
I mean, he starts thinking. Well, I've only ever seen one diamond. Lady Lash, a noble lady, recently, the entourage. She wears a choker. Seems to have a diamond in the center. It looks obsidian color, but I will tell you, I'm pretty sure it is a diamond. Maybe that obsidian could be a minor enchantment. I'm not quite sure. But she always travels with an entourage. Really stays in her. The strangest, like, her entourage has grown. I haven't seen new visitors. Weird, but well, anyway. If any of you need to,
Maybe it's magic.
if any of you need to spend some time, like some reflection, or just self and Dashi are more than willing to sit with you. Feel free to come visit us at the chapel. You of course, your young friend is asking about you. Bad well today, but I hope this can all be cleared up. You know, may the dawn light cleanse you and give you hope.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you all for what you did, helped, and thank you for all the donations. Church, you know, it's noticed, and I do believe you did get a bit of an unfair shake. I also, where Town Master had to punish harshly for the sake of there's not much time committed, and if times were lax, and there are certain people who would take advantage of it. So,
Yeah, there are.
so hope. No, I may not have been, might not be the best answer to, but if you can find it, and I would ask also try do it by legitimate kind of eyes, Dimitri. I would hate for theft to go upon this as well, or at least kind of looks around, get caught.
How much is theft?
A lot is the cost of the item.
Yeah, I thought it's a lot. It's a lot.
So, please be careful. I can keep this young man in a stasis-like state nearly indefinitely, but I cannot bring him back until I acquire a diamond. So, I really hope for.
Yeah, the mayor of Dumbtown, he is only giving us 5 days, though.
I think that fortunately makes sense with the festival coming. It is going to be harder to keep tracked. I would be hopeful that while everyone is distracted, let's just say some sort of Naughtleby clan were to take advantage of an opportunity. Makes sense why they are trying to get these solved before chaotic.
Father Hastings, do you have any jobs you need done? We could help out, maybe.
Unfortunately, I do not have anything that I can pay for. I need that. Pretty much, my one task for you is get me that diamond so that I can save that young.
Okay.
That's what I would ask.
Well, thank you very much, Father, for everything.
We'll pray for you. Good luck. And a nod to all of you. report the trip. You are all now alone in the town hall.
Well, the jobs we've been offered are really nice, but our main priority now is to get the diamonds. We can make the money for the fines, that's no problem, but we only have 5 days to find the diamonds, so that should be our priority.
Agreed.
Oh, I respectfully, I would disagree only because the diamonds, while I know this is important to you to have your clan member brought back, if we could make money to pay off all of your fines and then try to acquire the diamond, I think that might be the best, because that way, if we don't do it in the 5 days, at least all of you will be all right.
That's not That's not
Mhm.
acceptable. I'm
We
sorry.
do it together. And maybe we'll find things at the same time. Like, we could get lucky. Maybe if we find diamonds in the ruins, we'll find gold. I mean, they're ruins. There could be all sorts of things there, right?
I
I've
have
calculated
a
the
feeling.
chance of success. If we don't go for the diamonds immediately and do for other jobs and hope to find the diamonds, we have less than a 4% chance of success.
Actually, make me an insight check, Helen, before you state that.
Amazing. No, I just
I
love
love
the
it. I love what you say.
of mathematics.
But
Is that right? Is that a lot?
Rolled an 8.
okay.
8.
I mean,
Is
sure.
there a
That
party?
sounds like a
Is there a
number,
party
but
in-
you also have no idea if there are diamonds in that ruin.
Well, I mean, listen.
Mm.
We know where a diamond is. Now, I'm not saying knowing where one diamond is means other diamonds are near that diamond, although could be. I would say this, Gene. It's still fairly early today, right?
Yeah.
We
You
got
guys
woken
woke up in the
early.
morning. You had breakfast. It's probably, I would say, after proceedings, 11 o'clock, 11 a.m.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Time for brunch.
I think it's worthwhile to do the rounds. Let's find all the jobs that are available, right? We have 5 days. We can prioritize what job to do in what order, but they'll always have the big job of either going to the ruins, or maybe talking to the spooky lady.
Hey,
So,
Gino, on the top of my head, is Spooky Lady. If I were to take that cart and go from one end of town to the other, is Spooky Lady on the way?
She's on the outskirts of town. There's a road that leads past, and there's a giant manor that is probably one of the most obtuse buildings. And it's spooky. It's covered in vines. But
Okay, so it's not on the way though.
But you can make it on the way.
Okay.
I mean, I will say this. I'm only voting to do the ruins because, listen, this lady, I don't know what she's about, but we just got in a heap of trouble for literally defending ourselves in a fight. And if this lady is a citizen of Nairmore and we. Listen, I'm not saying we're going to take stuff, but if we end up having to do something outside of the law, they're just going to throw more fines or bull crap at us.
How about
I think that we should just ask her what we can do in exchange for it.
That's what I was going to say.
If she's not willing, we'll
smart.
move on.
How about everyone make me either a history or an insight check, and I can give you a little bit more information about maybe what you remember about Spoopy Lady and her house.
I'll do an insight check.
I can do
18
that.
I rolled a total of 21. 21.
Gene, not
I
20.
rolled a
22.
16 history.
Peckerin's too busy being mad.
That's fair. It's consuming him.
Yep.
All right. Mike, did I get your number? Sorry.
No. What am I checking?
Insight or history.
Definitely gonna go insight. 22.
Awesome.
Nice.
So those with 15 or above, you know that there's a woman named Halashi Rattleborn, but she prefers the title Lady Lash. She is the wealthiest person in town. She flaunts it. Like, she walks in beautiful dresses, jewelry, and she always wears a choker with a black diamond in the center. She has a small retinue of servants that are always with her. Some bodyguards, some just her personal entourage. And in the past 3 years, her household has grown in size. People have just started working for her. Never met them. Those who got a 20, you will also know that she keeps very strange hours, and no one really knows what she does or how she has all this. And those with above a 20, the rumor says she is into dark magic, thing experimentation. Her manor, and this is kind of for everyone, her manor is covered in ivy, but to a keen eye, the vines seem to move. There are no, and for both everyone else who got above 20 as well, there are no rats or vermin around there, and all animals get antsy around the manor house. The manor does not have an official name.
Izzy, I hate to say it, but I think you have a good idea. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I don't hate to say it. It's
I
uncomfortable.
kind of hate that you hate to say it.
I'm a little
Um,
lost. Who hates what?
What are we reading?
Oh, we
That,
like.
that we probably have to go talk to Lady Lash.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to
s-
go near her. She's creepy.
She's definitely creepy, but she's also the wealthiest person in Airmore. So if she wears a diamond on her neck, I think the whole diamond near diamonds idea actually might be right.
They keep
I will
may-
say,
and they make more diamonds.
Yeah. What if she
I
has
will
diamonds she doesn't need?
that's right, spare diamonds just lying around. I have heard though that she might be a witch and she can cast spells on people.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
not great.
I
I
agree.
can cast spells on people too, so let's go.
I can kind of see if she's like normal or not. That seems mean. Not normal, but not bad.
So, as you
I'm
are
still
just
figuring
as
it
you're all
out.
discussing, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of people in town who might be of interest to talk to.
Cool.
You have the Tinderfoots who you've already spoken to. There is a full-blooded orc named Miev Broken Axe. She is the woodcutter of the town, clears woods and stuff. You have the mill, which is run by two centaurs, Baruvo and Zoria, with their little full melon. You have Bait, the slightly damaged but making do Warforged, Carpenter and Boatswain. You have Fargrim Flamecask and Lystancia Guerra, who run a brewery and bakery. You have the Blaze Weavers of Tamin and Westry. They have already offered you a job, but they could also be visited. There is some of you know there's a tiefling woman who lives in a cottage on the edge of town that's covered in like bone chimes and different rattlings. Her name is Sorrow, and she has a strange bat that looks at you all too familiarly, but she is a herbalist, alchemist, barber surgeon. So she kind of takes care of injuries and cuts and stuff, and makes sure.
Is she the lady that I know?
Correct. So she makes different charms and also poultices and potions. So could maybe need help. You've talked with at least Hastings Smartstar, the priest, and also Darcy Furious is the druidess. They don't seem to have any jobs besides getting a diamond to make things work. And you also have the Faded Swallow Tavern and Inn, where you were just at, run by Preston Funnendale and the half-orc cook Dench. They might have jobs. It does not seem like Boel Smither offered you a job at all, so who knows? The sheriff has given a warrant out for the arrest of those 3 goblins, so if you can apprehend them non-lethally, you could collect the silver bounties on them. And there is Lady Lash, who you have not spoken to see if she needs help. You have, you know what the Mernigs wish, but it's really just getting their iron. And you have not visited the Nardleby farm or the Mistwood farms, which is where Bite's uncle, let's say, came from. And it's full of scurriness. Besides that, that is notable people and places in town.
Well, I think we should make rounds and talk to as many people as we can because they might have jobs and they might be willing to help. I don't know. So most people are fairly nice to us, but I was thinking maybe perhaps Bait, because Bait bought fish for me earlier, so he's been willing to help me out before. Maybe he'll help us all out.
I'm down to go see Bait.
Bite, can I see those shiny rocks for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
DM, I take a look at them. Do they look like they maybe are like semi-precious or have any metals or anything in them?
Roll me a d20, and this is a raw luck check.
Okay.
Just tell me what you get. Higher is better.
Oh yeah, that's a wonderful 8.
No, they're all pretty much nice river stones.
Okay, I hand them back to Bait. I was like, these are very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Let's talk to a bunch of people, but maybe just asking Lady Lash, if we just kind of like tell her what's going on, maybe she might have like a hard job or a bigger job, but might be as simple as, hey, we need a diamond, and she's like, oh well, then you have to just fly to the moon. I don't know.
Let's go talk to her first then. I'm all right with that. If you're all right with that, should we just go together?
Who are we going to talk to?
The scary lady, Lady Lash.
That's just some dark magic nonsense.
Yeah, I
What do you
don't.
mean dark magic? She's just kind of weird.
That's not what I heard.
Really?
I heard she's a witch.
I guess I spend too much time
Yeah.
up in trees.
You
Maybe
know
we
what? I
should
have a
go-
thought though. Oh, go please, Dimitri. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say maybe we should go see Sorrow and see if maybe she needs like herbs and things like that for the potions and poultices she makes.
And
Mhm.
Sorrow knows a lot of stuff. She might know about Lady. My friend.
I'm good at foraging in the woods. I could get herbs and things.
Let's
I
do
mean,
that one.
Sorrow's the weirdest lady I know, so maybe she knows about other weird ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go talk to Sorrow.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
And
You
Gene,
guys are all
I have a
smart-
scroll.
You guys are
and
all
I'm
smarter
like
than I
writing.
thought.
All right. You guys weave your way through the town, and get to the edge, one of the edges, and you see the clattering bone chimes rattle, and you see a bat that's in the daylight at you as you approach, and the door gusts open creepily with a creak as you approach.
Ooh, this is kind of scary.
No,
I
she's
kinda
not
like-
scary at all.
I wave to the
just-
bat.
It
I like.
waves back to you.
I love that bat. That bat is awesome.
I've eaten
Sorrow.
bats.
Sorrow, it's Kellen. Come on out.
A fog, low mist flowing out of the hut,
I love when she does this.
and then you hear "Pah, pah, pah, pah," as this tiefling woman in like an apron, dirty hands, and you guys get a strange smell off the fog. Most of you don't recognize it, but it is a chlorines. He goes, Oh, Kellen, is that you? Hello, dearie. And
Yes.
her tail kind of
Good to
like
see you.
swishes.
You have a couple minutes to talk to us?
Oh, yes, I have to let the hut clear out, and she kind of coughs, and she'll kind of sit on a. To describe her, she's wearing like a heavy apron. She has like dirty hands, red skin. Hair pulled back past her horns. Her tail is free to kind of swish about. And she has like what seems like not like goggles, but lenses that can flip down, staring at something too much, and she seems to have her nose is currently corked. Takes off the cork. Ugh. Oh yes, yes. Hello, children. How are you?
Hungry?
All right.
Well, you don't have any extra food here, so beg somewhere else.
No,
Oh,
we're
we're
not
not here.
We're not
Begging,
here
you
to
just asked how I
beg.
was.
This is my friend Dizzy. This is my friend, my friend Mag, my friend Bite, and my brother Peck.
Hey.
I've seen some of these
Um,
people around town, and Miss Mag and I have interacted before.
Well, we came into a couple of little problems. We were hoping that you'd be able to help us.
I did hear about some problems did arise, and you hear
well,
you hear
yeah,
a
that was
squeak of
that was
her
us.
bat.
Uh,
My ears go far.
Oh, well, then we need to come up with some money, and we also need to come up with some diamond. So I figure you might be able to give us a lead on one or more of those.
Well, for me, I mean, I am in the middle of a concoction. I can't really leave. I'm trying to brew something very delicate and not going as well as I hoped. I'm missing some key components that could stabilize it and really make it.
What components?
She begins rattling off some very rare herbs. I don't have them off the top of my head. And she goes,
Okay.
if you could retrieve those for me, as large a quantity as possible, I would be very much willing to pay you I would say, for a base amount of these ingredients, 10 gold. But if you can get me about, let's say, a few pounds of each, I would be willing to up that to 25 gold. And I would be willing to also throw in a healing potion of my own concoction, even if you can only get me the base ingredient. The least I could do.
It's very generous.
Yes.
Very generous.
Jean, would I have seen any of these herbs like in my travels? Like, can I think like, oh, I think I know where that might be in the woods, kind of a thing? Like, I'll roll for it. I just
make me a nature check.
good at those. Actually, I'm not because I'm not skilled in it. Ooh.
I think you still have group inspiration.
Do we? Do you guys mind if I
do it,
take it?
girl.
Because I rolled a 1. Thanks. Much better. That is a 19.
Yeah, it's a little bit outside of the town's borders, but it's not too deep into the woods that you are quite in the ruins. But yeah, you've heard of some patches of some of these ingredients that, yeah, with some investigation or like survival in nature, you guys could, depending on how long or how well you did, you could do this in like an hour or two, or it might take you a whole day. It really depends on if those spots aren't eaten or picked.
So I kind of look at the others and I'm like, between me and Bite, with our skills in nature, I know kind of where these herbs might be. We can definitely find them.
That's great. We might even be able to do some hunting while we do that. That could be like two rats, one stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, thank you, Miss Sorrow. Hey, weird question. You're a lady with horns who looks like they eat babies. Do you know anything weird about Lady Lash?
I haven't eaten a baby in a very accusing.
My my goblin parents told me that you ate babies.
I mean, don't we all eat babies? How many eggs do you eat?
Not that
Like-
many.
Oh, okay, well. when you
Well,
put it
they're
like
not
that.
technically babies until you know what? I wouldn't know
I've
that.
eaten babies.
Not so bad. Anyway, well, what do I know about? Ask that question again.
Kind
Sorry.
of glance over
Yeah.
at Bite.
I'm looking at Bite too, like, Bite, you have something to tell me.
Not like people babies, but like animal
Okay.
babies.
They
Mm.
do have very tender meat.
Oh,
I
they
was
do.
asking if you knew anything about Lady Lash.
Let me see. I'll use my inspiration.
Oh, to help the party. Nice.
Oh, that was a natural 20. Rolled off that. All right. So, my good friend Laxocledal does not like it. If anyone, what she said, it seemed to be an infernal.
Nope.
My friend does not like it over there. Thinks that there are living creatures, vines. I don't trust her.
You don't trust her.
I haven't really interacted with her, but I get a foul taste on the wind. If I ever had to pass by there and when my friend does his rounds to find out things.
Hmm.
See?
I
The
don't
weird
like
lady
that.
doesn't even like the weird lady.
Yeah.
See? Totally a witch.
Her eyebrows raise as you refer to her as the weird lady.
She's not that weird. In fact, I'd say she's pretty normal compared to some of the other people in town. Alright, whatever.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Sorrow. We might grab those herbs for you soon.
But whenever, take your time. Or don't, for your sake.
No, we're definitely not gonna take our time. Anything else? I think we're good.
That is
All right, bye.
Bye.
I
See you
have a
soon.
question. I have a question for you, Miss Sorrow. Do you know like where possibly one could find diamonds anywhere?
I know there's a very rich lady diamond around her neck, but that is the only diamond I have seen it.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Runes, there's a possibility, but I don't venture far out. That spot I took, that mag, is about the distance I'm willing to go outside of the town without a good raiding party, which I have never gotten. Everyone seems to be scared because I am a strange lady.
I'm not scared of you.
But no, it's okay.
Said weird.
Weird. I'm sorry. Weird. Point is, no. Unfortunately, I would not know what's in the ruins, and many people who go out there don't come. So I'd be worried.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So with that, we are rapidly running out of time. So I am going to I think call game here. There are still more people for you to visit, but that way we can pick up next session with you finding out the rest of the people who might need a hand. And yeah, as you guys try to figure out where to get a diamond by not breaking and entering.
Wow.
What-
I'm not afraid of vines and
What's-
living things and vines.
What's a little B&D between friends?
Yeah. Right. I mean, you know.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for staying with us and watching us through this stream. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of fun little shouty outs. I'm going to shout out to Julia, Miss Hades Game, for gifting a tier 1 to the Weirdo, Frank Martinez 26, Brent Wilson 88, Berto Knight, and Emily Rosebud, who are supporters and people who have watched us in the past. I want to thank IBNIC89 for following us. I want to thank 86Me Daddy for subscribing to us. I'd like to also thank Let the Wookiee Win for following us. Queen Mama 28 _ for following us as well. Thank you all for participating in making Rennie have to deal with us doing a warlock. We've hit 25%.
I want to say, yeah, 27% the night you announce it.
It's
y'all
fine.
are fucked up.
We got 30 days, guys.
Ah,
Again, feel free. I really like you guys giving inspiration to our party members and me. It's nice. It kind of helps me feel like you guys get to sway a little bit of the narrative by bending luck in either mine or your party's favor. So thank you all for doing that. You
32%.
32%. Guys, keep it going. I said it too low. Keep it going. Anyway, you can join myself and Julia tomorrow on Players and Creators stream for Lost Minds of Fandelver. You can join us this Friday for Curse of Strahd, assumedly, with Rennie, myself, Julia, and a few others who are not on this stream. And then you can also join us Mondays for Dungeon Delvers. Am I missing anything?
That sounds.
All right, let's see. Is there anyone that I should raid because I generally don't do that because I'm a bad person. Let's see if there's anyone on that I can find. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for helping us and getting us to hit affiliate. It's gonna help us improve the stream. It's gonna help us come up with, more fun things and silly things to do. Rennie and I might start playing Magic against each other as I make him shout and hate me because I'm just better at it than he is. It's just
Fighting words.
All right, let's see.
One of us.
You know what?
gobble.
Speaking of that, Emily Rosebutt is actually streaming some art. So if you want to stay with us, we can raid her.
What's raiding somebody?
We
We all jump over there.
Yeah, we take everyone who's watching us, and we go watch their channel, and it gives them support and more people, and
That's cool.
it's just kind of like helping move the community. I learned this from Chris, which is why he got the generous title. But I'm gonna switch us over just to our closed screen so that people can see our credits. So if you want to wave goodbye, and then we'll raid in just a minute or two.
Thank you, Gene.
Thank
You're the
you
man.
all for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thanks,
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Have a
you.
great night. Bye.
See you next time.
You.
You guys are off, but I'm on. All right, so we are rating Emily Rosebutt. Eight seconds. Only I could hear that, so there's why do you think wow?